Today, my friends, I'm here to break down Pekka Smash, one of the more harder strategies to use right now. However, it is definitely deserving of a guide, and this video, we're going to be breaking down, going in from base identification all the way to using how to use the spells, and really how to find your entry point. So, Pekka Smash. This is an extremely viable strategy, and you guys maybe like it. I don't know about that, but it is a very, I think as far as I would say, it's very hard to do this attack in terms of when does it work on the right base? Like, what bases are you looking for? Well, very similar to a video I made very recently on Drag Clone. That's a strategy that you guys can use whether or not you want to use Drag Bat or not. I mean, realistically, this attack strategy, very similar to Pekka Bobat, it does take some time. It does take some skill to learn. I would say that this one is possibly a little bit stronger, but I would definitely say that if you're looking for a really reliable method to 3-star, Pekka Bobat has obviously got you covered. But this strategy works very well. I mean, there's very little that you really have to do, considering that all you have to do is just follow a couple steps. First of all, you want to create a funnel on one side. This is typically done with at least one Pekka. Then here are a couple options. You can either drop in your siege barrack off to the side. This can create some value on this side, or you can drop your king there. And here's what I mean. If you drop in the king, that actually saves you from using your siege barrack. So then you could just drop your siege barrack here. That can go in with the rest of the Pekkas and stuff. Or you can drop your siege barrack there and have everything else, your king, queen, warden, bowlers, Pekkas, everything else going into the base. So that is just going to be the first step. You want to really narrow it down. And on a base like this, you want to narrow these down more specifically. You want to narrow it down to where everything's going to stay in the base. Now, on top of this, what about the triple jump? You see 3 jump spells. Yes, this actually works with 3 jump spells, and it might be better to do it like that than anything else. So basically, you're going to be jumping over this one first. Really try to take a look at how big the compartments are. This is all base identification. So if you're planning on using jump or triple jump, then you really want to take a look at compartment sizes. So take advantage of something like this. If these compartments are together, then that's going to be huge value. Another one, as far as I can say, another jump was used right around here, and then a third jump was used right here, partially because of the eagle compartment. So you can see exactly those triple jumps and really see how easy and effective they are at really just opening up the base. So that's really the idea there. You want to use triple jump or a quad quake and jump to open up as much of the base as possible. If you were probably doing quad quake, it might be best to use a jump here at the beginning and then maybe use a quad quake in this area here, which would still open up a fair chunk of the base. So it's still going to do the same thing, but it's really going to be up to you and your personal preference in terms of the spells you bring and all of that. So that kind of gives you guys a fair idea of this strategy and how it works. So now with that being said, let's go in and watch the example. There's not a lot of steps involved in this attack. I mean, all it really is creating a funnel. You're going to see a baby dragon being used with a Coco Loon. This is something that you guys need to memorize. You'll see right here as well, we have the king. So just to quickly mention it, the reason that I wanted to mention the Coco Loon is because you guys should get fond of this. If you're using a baby dragon, if you're going to copy this army composition, then use a Coco Loon, because you are going to really want to use that later on. Even if I don't put it right here, right on the side of me, you know, you should already know that if you're going to be bringing some funneling troops like them, then you really want to bring a Coco Loon or 2. That is just going to help you guys a lot more. So you'll see that what we're doing is we are narrowing down the base. So see how we created this funnel here and this funnel down here along with the king and the siege barrack. This now just allows ourselves to use our entire attack to move in. So you'll see that what's going on is we dropped in our Pekkas, our bowlers, our Grand Warden, King, or our Queen, and our healers, that everything is moving in now. So you'll see that as we're driving into the base, we have the dragon in the enemy CC, but that shouldn't be too difficult. All we have to do is poison it up, and then also just use the Queen, and that's it. So we want to make sure that the Queen goes in, but you'll see these triple jump spells. Look at how much value they're getting. Also, if we take a look at that bottom side, we see that the ice golem was being used, where we took advantage of using an ice golem. And not just that, but we have hogs in that siege barracks, and that's typically what we would bring in there. And the back end hogs can really work wonders. So realistically, that's when you want to save a heal for them. But really, look at how strong this is. I mean, look at how many bowlers he still has. Like, look at all the Pekkas he still has. Look at the hogs too. Still has a couple max hogs there. Easily being able to rid a base like this. Now, of course, this is going to be an easier base. Think of this like miners, but it's not weak. Well, not super weak. So, as far as I can say, it is still a very strong method. I'm sorry I kind of, matched it up with miners, but it's still really strong, and it's definitely a strategy you guys should try out. Now let's go ahead and move on into a couple more examples using this strategy. So here we go, guys. We've got another example, and you guys are going to see right here that we have only 2 jumps. We don't have anything more. So that gives you guys sort of a good example. Notice only 3 Pekkas. Honestly, with this strategy, it's really going to be flexible on the amount of Pekkas you decide to bring. It really just is going to determine on what your personal personal opinion is. So once I started recording this, I paused it right exactly there. So let's watch this and let's continue with this example, sort of, going through it. So you'll see that we're going to use an E-drag. So E-drags are really good to use in this. I would say any sort of Pekka attack. I used it with Pekka Bobat like a lot. It is a really, really good funneling troop. Really try to take advantage of it. But you'll see right here that we're only doing a double jump. So, and you'll see why. I mean, you're going to get a lot of value from just using one jump in an area like you see right here. And dealing with an enemy CC, like a damage CC, this is really easy. So don't think that this only works on Lava Hound CCs. This works well on any type of defensive CC. So you guys can see right here, easily getting through that. Any of the ground troops that are in that defensive CC get crushed. You also see that the E-drag's still getting some sort of value there, even though it is about to die. But you can see that the double jump right here, first of all, let me mention the Hog Riders. Heal spell, saved for them. But you'll see that the double jump, we first use our first jump right around this section. But then we used another one right here. And what that offered us was that allowed ourselves to get into basically this compartment here. We gave ourselves access to this side of the base. Even though that first jump did too, that gets us a little bit deeper, and that really allows us to get a lot more value. The bowler bounces are a lot better, and you guys can just really see how strong this really is. It is a very strong strategy, so definitely that gives you sort of another great example on this. It's such a simple strategy. I really would try to say, try this one out. Maybe try it out in the Clan War Leagues, but I would say try it out in FCs first. You're going to thank me later. By far, I would have to say, it is really, really strong, and I've seen this strategy being used constantly before. There's no reason why this strategy you guys can't try out. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and move on into the next example that we have here for you guys. Here we go, guys. We've got another example with us. Again, looking at this one, we've got 2 E-drags this time. So definitely a little bit different. We're bringing in a couple more E-drags. That means we're going to have to shorten our housing space for 4 healers, 3 Pekkas, 9 bowlers. That's still fine. We should still be able to get through a base like this. You guys probably know, you guys know the style already. I mean, come on. Like, super easy. That's why we're using a couple Coco Loons here. So basically what we're doing is we're limiting the base here. That's what we're doing. So you'll see that what we're doing, we're creating the funnel on either side. We have the siege barrack that goes in with those Pekkas. So that gives us our 4th Pekka. You'll see that we are going to drop in a jump once we sort of create that pathing there. And this already gives us access to like half of the base. So now we're going to just use another one over the CC. But you'll see that what's happening and what's going on is that we are dealing with a Lava Hound. Not hard to deal with at all. But you'll see again, we use a jump right there above the CC. And look at how easy. This gives us access to like half of the base already. I mean, come on. That's a lot of value for just one jump spell. And for 2 jump spells, we're able to get through the rest of the base. And then we have a heal spell there for the Hog Riders. And that gets us really through the rest of the base. I mean, come on. Super easy example. I mean, these guys make it look so easy. And honestly, it probably is really easy. I mean, it is by far very, very strong. I mean, more often than not, if you were to use a strategy, I would really recommend you guys try this one out. It is by far, in my opinion, one of the stronger attack strategies realistically to try out right now in the game at Town 11. I mean, there's a lot of other strategies that are still far stronger, like hybrid. But, I mean, if you want something different to try out, which I would recommend, become more flexible. You know, use strategies that aren't just hybrid all the time. But let's go ahead and take a look at our final example with this strategy. So here we go, guys. We've got our final example here, and we are going to be taking a look at an E-Drag being used in this case. So E-Drags, in terms of this, should be done when you are basically using this for, you know, to create a funnel. But of course you're using that, but look for the chain value. That's what you're gonna be looking for. So you'll see that what we're doing is we're actually starting with a queen walk, which is a little bit different than you've seen before, and we're just gonna be charging our way into here with the rest of the army. So we also have the wall, or the siege barracks, that's allowing us to create our funnel there. And then now you'll see that the double jump, again, we're using a double jump here instead of using quad quake. So it's good to just see some usage of jump and not more so of quad quake. But you'll see right here is that we have the hogs going in. Everything's moving in here. I mean, we've got some easy pathing going on. We popped the Grand Warden's ability really early. We really want to try and protect the bowlers and the Pekkas as much as possible at the beginning, because that's going to keep them alive for the rest of the attack. So that is the biggest thing as far as I can say on this. Even though a lot of those Pekkas did die off, you know, we're still going to be able to get a lot of good value, and also the bowlers included. But we still have an E-Drag, which, how much health does he still have? Just a little bit more, but definitely still really good job right here. Definitely going to be able to give you guys a little bit of a boost, but this is just really that final example. So this gives you guys a really good look into, you know, what went sort of south in terms of the attack. Even though it's still got a 3-star, how did it still get that 3-star? And it was because of the heroes, of course, but definitely other than that, realistically, try to make sure that, you know, you're getting as much value from those jumps, the rage spells, from the heal, of course, from those hogs. But all that said and done, hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys did, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you guys don't miss anything, and also to join the Corrupt fam. Feel free to also go ahead and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. Feel free to also join my community Discord. All of those links are in the description. And also feel free to go ahead and join any of the clans I cover within this game. Feel free, if you have what it takes, to join a league clan in CWL, MLCW, and NDL. But with that being said, guys, that's going to do it for the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll be seeing you guys next time. Corrupt, signing out.